Hey, what is up guys, Smurfy back for another Vintage Cube Draft, and straight away into Pack 1 Pick 1. So I like Kraytooth Behemoth. Kraytooth is pretty much the best green threat you can get for like the green decks. If you can get Tooth and Nail with this and Avenger, you normally win when you cast Tooth and Nail, so that's always nice. I like Coalition Relic. Coalition Relic just goes in every deck, other than the mono red aggro decks. And that's about it. Like Tree Name Nemesis is good. Secondary Titan is a fine fatty to ramp into. Solemn is obviously, everyone loves Solemn. I don't quite like it as much as most people do. And Show and Tell, but I really don't like Show and Tell in this cube. So I think we're gonna go with Kraytooth. It's like that, or maybe Tree Name or Relic. I think Relic is probably the safest pick, but I think the reward for taking Kraytooth is so high in the green decks that it's just worth taking. And in the next pack, there's a Noble Hierarch. Grave Titan is really nice, but if we're gonna like be ramping, then I'd much rather just pick up the ramp creatures early and work out what the fatties are later. So we're gonna take Noble Hierarch. Obviously, Jit is very powerful, but in these green ramp decks, Jit isn't as good as the mana creatures, I don't think. Like, obviously, Umzao's Jit is ridiculous if you're in like a beatdown deck, but I feel like we're gonna go a little bit over the top of that, so I feel like it's a little bit it's just not really needed. Alright, this pack is not as good. I really like Rakdos' Return, and the Signet is fine. I'm not a big fan of Survival of the Fittest, and Deceiver Exarch is not really what we're looking to do. Maybe Chandra. Double red is not great. I think we just take the Signet here. It's on color, it's fixing if we do pick up something that's black, and it's a ramp card, so yeah, let's just take that. So far, I'm pretty happy with our picks. Like, it's no like Mox or Black Lotus or anything like that, but I mean, like, it's very clear what we're trying to do, and we've got one of the best ramp creatures and one of the best 1-mana ramp creatures. Oh, sorry, one of the best fatties and one of the best mana dorks. So it's looking good. I think the best card we could find is Raphalos or Avenger of Zendikar, and Tooth and Nail. Those are probably the best three actually, other than Power 9. Alright, in this pack, there's not a lot for us actually. Eureka is just such a dangerous card in this format, I don't like it. So I think we want something like, it looks like blue is open, so maybe we just start going into blue. Like, we could just take the fixing, but like an Arid Mace is just not going to fit in with what we're looking to do. We could just take it on like speculation, but the fact that there's no good green card other than Eureka in this pack just is a concern to me. So I think it's between Jace and Visions. I think we want to take Visions though. It's very close, but we'll take Visions. In this pack, Pentaprism is good, but again, there's no real green cards, so other than Nature's Claim. And Nature's Claim is a fine card, but I don't really want to, like, game 1 I want to be proactive. I don't want to be taking answers this early, so at least not in a green deck. So it does look like green isn't really open, or at least gives me the impression. So do we just take like Fixing? Phantasmal Image isn't awful. I think we just take the Pentaprism. I really like Pithing Needle as well. I don't think that's really an obvious pick here. We'll just take the Fixing then, in the Marsh Flats I think. Oh, fuck it, we'll take the Pentaprism. So in this pack, we could end up actually going down a blue-green deck. So we've just been past Mystic Snake. Mystic Snake is actually really good. Torrential Gearhulk is fine. We don't actually have any instance of sorceries yet, so it's just a 6-mana 5/6 for flash until we pick something up. There's nothing else really in the pack between the Gearhulk and Mystic Snake. So maybe we just take Mystic Snake here. Sure, we'll take the Mystic Snake, see where things go. And Genesis Wave, so maybe green is open. Oh, there must have been like 2 good green cards in this pack if someone to the left of us is taking green cards, because Genesis Wave is very good. Yeah, we're just going to take that. Like, I really like Wildfire. I absolutely love the Wildfire decks where you just get a bunch of Mana Rocks and Planeswalkers, and then you cast Wildfire, so everyone like sacrifices 4 lands, kills all the creatures, and then you just have a Planeswalker and everyone's like behind. And then you can just use something like a Garruk or something to just keep making 3/3s and you just win from that. But we're going to take Genesis Wave here, I think. Edric is a great card, so feels pretty good taking Edric here. Yep, can't complain at that. Commit to Memory. So put target non-land permanent, spell or non-land permanent second from the top of their library. And then the second one is Time Twister, right? Yeah. Well, there's nothing else in the pack that we really want. Like, we could take the Cliffs, but we're not in either of the colours yet, so I'm just going to take the Commit to Memory. And Awakening Zone is probably better than Tarmogoyf in our deck, so we're going to take Awakening Zone. Rakdos' Return Wield. This card is, like, ridiculous. I'm just going to take it. If you can ramp into this, then a lot of the time you just win the game. Like, if you can go like turn 1 Mana Dork, turn 2 any sort of ramp card like a Signet or another Mana Dork or anything, and then like on turn 3 you can just make them discard a bunch of cards, and it's just really good. Here I guess we take the... I don't think it really matters. We'll take the Go for the Throat, in case we do end up playing black. And we'll take Ravagers of War. Sure. Our deck is a bit all over the place at the minute, but hopefully we can find some cards to like make this a little bit more streamlined. Excuse me. Here are the Blade Hard. So it looks like we've got like a little bit of ramp, a little bit of control, and a random Edric. Edric is just super powerful in zone though. Even just like him and one other creature getting a hit in is just so good. See what we get in the next pack. Looks like some people are just up on this pack. Here we go. So what have we got? Natural Order is fantastic. And Vidalcan Shackles is really good, and Splinter Twin is really good. I think... Oh, and Swings of Dryad is fine. But I think it's pretty clearly a Natural Order here. It can get Crater Hoof, and it's just a really powerful spell. So yeah, happy to pick up Natural Order there. Really good pickup. So we've got Nissa, Lotus Cobra, maybe Phyrexian Mesomorph. That's pretty much it. I think we just want the Nissa. Lotus Cobra does fix though, which is nice. We'll take the Nissa here. Planeswalkers are sweet. Oh wow, Fast Bonds is ridiculous. Definitely going to take Fast Bonds here. Other good cards are Remand. Manglehorn is actually okay because there's so many artifacts, and the Signet. But Fast Bonds is just like ridiculous. We're going to take Fast Bonds. Easy pick. Fast Bonds just says you can play as many lands as you want, and any after the first land you play for a turn is just cost you 1 life. So you can go like 5 lands in 1 turn and it costs you 4 life. But doing it so early in the game, it's just ridiculous. You can get like turn 2 Planeswalkers and things, or turn 1 as well. Like if a hand was like a bunch of forests, a Fast Bonds, and a Planeswalker, you can just play them on turn 1 as well sometimes. It's absurd. So I like Counterspell here. We're not really looking to get double blue, but Counterspells are just so powerful. And we do have the Noble Hierarch, which produces blue as well, which is really nice. So yeah, it's like Counterspell, maybe sort of Body and Mind, Primal Command, or Thragtusk, I think the only picks we could take. We could take Crucible in the hopes that we get some sort of Crucible Fast Bonds lock. That seems pretty sweet. So if we get Wasteland or Strip Mine, we can just take out all of our opponent's lands. But if we don't, it feels really bad. I feel like the card we want the most is probably just the Counterspell, but we're going to take Crucible in the hopes that we can find some sort of land destruction, because that would be really sweet. I don't hate taking Lumbering Fools here, it's just fixing. Den Protects is like whatever. Orzhov Signet if we really need the ramp, but I think we can just take the fixing here. This pack, Deranged Hermit is fine. Force Spike is okay, but it's not what we're looking to do. Deranged Hermit works really nicely with Creative Behemoth, so I think we're just going to take that. Yeah, that's fine. It's just a lot of value from one card as well, which is nice. Trinket Mage, can't get anything yet, but we could take that preemptively, or we can just take the Master of the Wild Hunt, or we don't really want the Westphal Abbey. I think we could take the Trinket Mage because we don't want to be playing the Master anyway. So, like, the Master's just like too mid-rangey, I think, for our deck. Yeah, we're gonna take the Trinket Mage. It also is nice with Edric, where you can just get like random value creatures, just to draw in like those extra lands, so we can actually hit like play out more larger spells. Time Twister would be awesome in our deck when you can like use Fast Bonds and Time Twister. That would be sweet, but I don't expect to open that in the last pack, but it would be nice. Any cards in our sideboard that we need to look at? Ravagers of War is cool with Crucible and Fast Bonds. If we want to splash white, I doubt it though. We'll pick up Will of Blossoms here. Pretty good pickup. Gets in the way of aggro decks and draws a card, so that's fine. Oh, another good interaction is Edric and Deranged Hermit. So, because Deranged Hermit goes really wide and it's basically 5 bodies for 1 card, with Edric you can just draw a bunch of cards. I really want to take the Vedalken Shackles here, just because Vedalken Shackles is like busted if your opponent can't answer it. Like, if you're in like any sort of creature fight, then Vedalken Shackles normally swings you the game. But we're just not going to have enough islands in the deck, so I'm going to have to just take the Songs of the Dryad. It's just pointless taking the Shackles because we just can't play it. At least we can play the Songs of the Dryad as a removal spell on like a Planeswalker or something. We've got quite a lot of playables for our deck already, so we're looking to get like what, 7 more cards? Because this don't count the land. I guess we just take Rouse Eric. We're not in either of the Blood Crypts manners or colours, so that seems pretty pointless. And we're in none of the other colours. Like, at least Rouse Eric, we're half in that, so if we do end up splashing red, then we can consider Rouse Eric. We really need some more early game acceleration. We've only got 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 ramp spells. Well, I guess Fast Bonds is a really good ramp spell, but yeah, we could do a little bit more ramp. In this pack, we can take land tax, I guess. Like, we don't want any of these. We can take Stoneforge or land tax. Like, none of these really, man. I'm just gonna take land tax. I can't imagine what we would have to get to play the Stoneforge Mystic. Primal Command is fine. Would be really nice if we could get something for the Trinket Mage though. I think the best cards we could get are Rofellos and Tooth now. Just anything to use with the Crow Hoof would be really nice. We don't care about any of these. We'll take the Parallax Wave. As always, white is open. Sure, happy to pick up the Bayou. I'll put it there just so we remember. And Westphal Abbey. Oh, actually, this is a Time Twister on the second half for the Fast Ones, which would be sweet. So from this pack, Control Magic is great, Garruk is great. That's about it for us. Duplicant is fine. I think we'll just take Garruk though. Tramp into Garruk is really good. Like, Control Magic is very powerful as well. Maybe Control Magic is better, but I don't think so. Obviously we want Control Magic to wheel, but it's not going to. It's super powerful, but I don't think Garruk would either, so yeah, we're just going to take Garruk here. Elvish Mystic and Everflowing Chalice and Tropical Island, all really, really good in our deck. The fixing is really nice, but at the same time, we do need to pick up more early games, so I think it's between Chalice and Mystic. Like, Tropical Island would be obviously very, very good in this deck, but I don't think we have the luxury of passing a ramp spell. So I think it's between the Chalice and the Mystic, and I think we would rather the Mystic. Those turn 1 mana accelerants are like really important. Super close, but yeah, we're going to take Elvish Mystic here. We have to have the ramp, otherwise our deck just doesn't do much. And in this pack, Deathrock Shaman without fetches is just not good in ramp decks. And I guess we could take Dragonlord Silumgar if we wanted to. We've got, obviously we're in blue, and then we've got 1 black fixing land and a Golgari Signet. That's about it so far, but we could try and pick up some more black fixing and go down that route, because there's just nothing in this pack we want. It's like that or Toxic Deluge, but we're making a bunch of mana creatures between like Elvish Mystic, Noble Hierarch, Awakening Zone. I don't think we really want to be killing off our own dudes, so I'm going to speculate on the Silumgar if we do get the fixing, but at the same time we don't have to play it. Alright, well there's the Wooded Foothills if we do want another black source for the Dragonlord, so we can fetch the Bayou, so then we've got 3 black sources in our deck. If not, we can take the Hedron Archive, which is great. That's about it. Like, we can take the Blight still, but it's not very good in our deck. We could take the Winter Orb, but that's like the opposite if we want to do. Unless we get a couple more Planeswalkers, whereas then you can just like play Winter Orb with a Planeswalker in play and then use the Planeswalker to grind out. I think it's between the Archive and the Foothills though. Really not sure which one we need. So we're on 19 playables at the minute. So if we take the lands, put them over here. Dragonlord Silumgar does just win the game if you put it on a Planeswalker a lot of the time. No, we're just going to take the Hedron Archive. I don't think we want to be playing an extra colour really. Oh, there's the Wasteland. So, as I mentioned earlier, Wasteland with Crucible Worlds is ridiculous. And when you have fast ones, it means you can play as many land drops as you want a turn, so you can blow up all of their non-basic lands and just pay like 4 life or whatever, which is incredible. Other good cards are Gilded Lotus, obviously Breeding Pool, Windswept Heath again for the Dragonlord, I think. Yeah, for the Dragonlord. And we could actually play Leovold potentially, but I've never actually played with Leovold before. I know it's really big in Legacy at the minute. And I think Vintage as well. But I think we have to take the Wasteland here just for the combo. It's just so powerful. You can just win games just from that. And this pack, we got Tooth and Nail, which is the card that I've been talking about for ages, so more than happy to pick that up. And Harmonize and Garruk are both great. We could also just take the Tolarian Academy. We haven't got enough artifacts though, really. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, we can't really take that. Oh, it was also worth noting that I could have taken the Everflowing Chalice to synergize with the Trinket Mage, because it has a 0 CMC, but I like that the Elvish Mystic also combos with Edric as well, and it's just one mana accelerants are like significantly stronger than 2 mana accelerants. And yeah, we're just going to take Harmonize here. We don't have enough artifacts for the Tolarian Academy. This pack, there's not that much. Federal Scarehawk is fine. It's not really what we want to be doing. We could take Mazavith if we wanted, but I think we're probably just better off taking the Gearhulk and stick it in the sideboard, and then if we need to like kill our opponent quickly, we can always just bring it in. We could take the Hissing Quagmire, again more for the Dragonlord. There's nothing else we can take really, so sure. Tropical Island actually wheeled, which is incredible for us. Got super lucky there. It would be nice to have at least 1 fetch land, so when we draw, like, say if we had a Misty Rainforest on our deck, we could use the fast ones and the Crucible to get all the lands out of our deck, but at the same time I don't want to prioritize that combo over just like good cards in our deck, because I think we don't need to do things like that to win the game, so we don't want any of these. I'll take Sweltering Sands, at least it cycles. We're not playing any of them anyway. We can cut the Trinket Mage from our deck as well. We might just have to end up playing these songs. Oh, Leovold Wield. We take Leovold. If we play Leovold and the Dragon Lord. Yeah, our deck looks pretty sweet. Again, like, one of the fetches would have been really nice, but I think we needed playables, so we'll take the factory, or the workshop, sorry. And we're not going to get like a last pick fetch land, unfortunately. Let's see what we get last before we do anything too much. Could just play the Sorrow Temptations. Sorrow's a fine card. Oh, we got Garruk as well. Oops. There we go. Garruk is really powerful. So yeah, I'm more than happy to splash black in this deck because we've got Garruk, Dragon Lord, and Leovold. Okay, sweet. So let's go ahead and separate them so we can see what we've got. That's basically just a 1-mana spell. And we've got 25 cards. We do have a lot of ramp, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hedron Archive is ramp, but it's not like the same as when you're trying to work out lands. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I guess we can play 24 cards and only 16 land. So we need to make one cut. I don't know how good Leovold is in this format, but Leovold seems very, very good. So we're going to keep Leovold, I think. I think it's worth the splash for Leovold. We don't have that many creatures for Edric. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And maybe 11 with the Garruk dudes as well. So it's probably worth keeping in. We do have the option of just cutting the black, by the way, so we can bring in Songs of the Dryad and something like Verdurous Gearhulk and just cut the black, but I think the black is powerful enough that we just play it anyway. We've got 1, 2, 3 fixing just from like not even having to like add any swamps to our deck, so it feels pretty easy to splash. I think we just cut the Sower because it's double blue. Well, I mean Mystic Snake is as well, but Mystic Snake is... we don't need to cast on, like... I guess you don't need to cast so early either, so... we can cut Primal Command, maybe? I think pretty much anything is a fair choice, really, so... I'm just going to cut Wall of Blossoms. It doesn't really do too much. It does help us protect our Planeswalkers, though, but yeah, we're going to play this. Let's combine the groups and sort them by colour and try and work out our mana base. So we've got 2 Golgari, 2 Simic. We're definitely playing the Wasteland. So let's add some lands. 2, 3. They want us only to play 4 blue sources. That doesn't seem right. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We do not need 12 green sources. We could probably go down to 11. We could probably go down to 10, but I want to be able to play our mana dorks on turn 1. So 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and then 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2, 3. Oh, we also do have the Noble Hierarch as a blue source, and the Golgari Signet as a black source. So I think we just want... One, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we don't really need another swamp. 4 is like one every 10 cards. So that's fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards. We could add an extra island, I guess. It could easily be a forest though, but we're going to use a forest just because I want to make sure we have the turn 1 mana dork or fast ones. So that is going to be the deck. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in round 1. Peace.